My guest today on episode 73 of the Ikigai Podcast is Kouji Miki. Kouji specializes in Zen-based coaching for executives and CEOs, and Kouji earned a master's degree in media and governance, specializing in strategic innovation theory from Keio University, and started his career at Fujitsu Limited. Kouji has been consulting small and medium-sized manufacturers in Japan for over 20 years and has over 12 years of experience in Zen meditation and 5 years of experience with Vipassana meditation. Kouji coaches CEOs using Zen and mindfulness-based awareness and dialogue in the virtual reality space. He is co-founder of Zen 2.0, a conference on Zen and mindfulness that attracts speakers from around the world. And he is also the author of 2 books, Let's Start Micro Monotsukuri and True Innovation, How to Create Innovation Through Zen-like Dialogue. Welcome to the podcast, Kouji. Thank you for joining me today.
Thank you for inviting to this podcast.
It's my pleasure. And we should mention we also have someone helping us today. So that's Naoko Tomita. So hello, Naoko.
Hello, everyone.
Yes, and we might call on you if we need some help. So thank you for that. So yes, Kouji, we connected on LinkedIn a few months ago, and you were busy promoting your Zen 2.0 conference that's obviously on Zen and mindfulness, and that attracts speakers from all around the world. And a few of your speakers have been guests on my podcast, Ken Mogi and Stephen Murphy Shigematsu. So do you want to talk about that conference? How long have you been holding it, and what is the goal of that conference?
Yeah, actually, the project started from 2015, and I lost my job because of the huge economic shock in 2009, I guess. And I had a bad mental condition.
Mm-hmm.
So that have to recover from my mental illness. So that I started Zen meditation in my house. So 3 months meditation, I become fine, and I started my own business. So I'm feeling the very gratitude feeling for the Zen Buddhism. That's the reason why I started Zen 2.0. For express my gratitude for them.
I see.
Yeah.
So that's quite an amazing story. The financial crisis came along, you lost your employment, you fell in, I guess, into some maybe depression or had struggled with some mental health issues. So why do you think you moved to Zen rather than, let's say, maybe other options like medication or counseling? What was appealing about Zen?
Yeah, I thought when I was mental illness, I think I should go to the hospital, but I was afraid of addiction of mental drugs.
Mm-hmm.
That's the reason why I started to searching how to cure by myself. And I start searching with many keywords like mental illness, how to stabilize my mind or something like that. And I found some books and also found meditation or Zen on the internet. I searched YouTube about how to do the meditation. First, I could find some meditation video of by Japanese monks. But in Zen Buddhism tradition, there is the rule that they don't much talk about Zen itself. So I don't know how to concentrate on my meditation. But I finally found that the video about how to do the Zen meditation was created by the American guy. He was living in Japan for maybe more than 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
And in this video, he talked much about how to do the Zen meditation with a very kind of attractive way. So I started to learn how to do the Zen meditation.
Well, that's interesting. You learned, say, traditional Japanese cultural concepts from an American. Maybe that made the learning process, more interesting.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. And so specifically, we're talking about Zazen.
Zazen. Yes.
And so does that mean seated meditation, or what does that mean?
Yeah, seated meditation with open eyes.
Open eyes.
Yeah.
So you don't close your eyes.
Yeah, don't close eyes and focusing on tatami floor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I see. So that seems to be an important role in your professional life and personal life. So do you practice Zazen meditation every day?
Every day I woke up 5:30 in the morning, and I do. First, I like incense.
Oh yes.
Yeah, so I light on my favorite incense first. Then good smell.
Yes.
And after that I start Zen meditation for 1 hour. Yeah.
Wow, an hour. Okay. And so after you do that meditation, do you feel centered and relaxed and free in your mind?
Yeah. In the very first stage of my Zazen experience, I was afraid of how to manage my money.
Oh.
But yeah, because I lost my job and I had to pay my rent or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But I get used to this kind of illusion. This is just an illusion, and just floating in front of my imagine the big river, and this kind of worry is coming from upstream and go downstream, just passing.
Just a passing thought. Okay.
Yeah.
That's a nice visual metaphor. So
Yeah, so I get used to this kind of worry about money or something. After that, I just really focusing on my tatami floor. But sometimes there is some illusion about my business or something like that. So during my Zazen meditation, sometimes I hit up many business ideas. So near my side, there's a notebook and take a note about business ideas.
Oh, wow. Okay, so it kind of triggered your creative mind as well.
Yeah.
To think of business ideas. Oh, I might try that now. I'll start doing some meditation as well. Well, this is interesting because our theme today, in a way, might even contradict this idea of meditation, because we're talking about AI and Ikigai. And you have written several articles on AI and Ikigai on medium.com in English. And I'd like to quote you. So let's start with Ikigai. You write, the Japanese definition of Ikigai does not necessarily focus on being needed by society or earning money, but rather on an individual's inner joy and satisfaction, where the individual is genuinely excited and wants to continue the activity no matter who stops him or her. This represents a unique understanding of Ikigai that reflects the cultural background and values of Japan. So that's very interesting, especially tying it to Japan's cultural background and values. So do you want to talk about the values of Japan in the context of Ikigai?
Yeah. Maybe two weeks ago, I happened to read an article about older person who is working for McDonald's.
Yeah, McDonald's. Yeah, you sent me the video. Yes.
Yeah, McDonald's as a cleaner, and he is very active, even if he is 95 years old.
Yeah, 95. Yeah. very old. You'd
Yeah,
think, yeah.
very hard person. Actually, he got a job in age 90.
Oh, wow. At
Yeah, so
McDonald's.
almost 5 years. And according to this article, he is really enjoying his job, even if it is not a good salary, and also it's a night shift. But he's really enjoying his job.
Mm.
So in Japanese society, this is kind of a type of ikigai. So nobody say thank you about cleaning
Yeah,
McDonald's now.
at
He's
McDonald's. Mm.
yeah, he's really focusing on his job, cleaning the space, focusing on only one thing. So by reading this article, my ikigai also very close to him because every year I set up a big conference in the Zen 2.0 in Kamakura city.
Mm-hmm.
And there are many jobs, the advertising, preparing a website, and negotiation with the speakers, temples, and the city, and asking the sponsor for companies and the selling the ticket or something like that,
Mm-hmm.
and many jobs. But I'm not in front of the participants, so I have no chance to contact with the participants. So nobody says thank you to me, but I'm really focusing on creating my conference. So this is my ikigai.
I see.
So it's very close to 95 years old cleaner in McNair.
I see. So yeah, this is two interesting examples. So you have the 95-year-old cleaner doing the night shift at McDonald's. So the store's closed, yes, and he's cleaning and mopping and wiping down tables. And as you said, probably no one thanks him, or no customers thank him because he has no contact with the customers. And I think most people would not want to do that type of work, and they would not want to do shift work at the night.
Yeah.
But yeah, you sent me a video, and I'll put a link to the video. But he seems very healthy and active and focused. So maybe that work gives him a sense of purpose. Shimekan, yeah, a sense of purpose. And so it sounds like you have the same feeling. You're very busy organizing your event, but you don't. It sounds like you don't present, so you don't give a speech to the participants.
I don't present. Yeah.
And so maybe you're behind the scenes. No one knows what you're doing, and so you don't have contact directly with the audience. So you might not get thanked, but sounds like that doesn't matter. You just enjoy and find a sense of purpose in organizing the event.
And I found that the Japanese people feeling this kind of ikigai, it's like a craftsmanship. Craftsmanship, do you understand?
Craftsmanship?
Yeah, craftsmanship.
Ah, yes. The work.
Really focusing on making some kind of product, like a Japanese sword. In ancient time in Japan, there is a blacksmith, sword maker, and he really focusing on what can I say? Punching,
forging the steel. Yeah,
forging steel, focusing on just creating fine sword, Japanese sword, and this kind of mind is close to me. Also, many other Japanese people.
Yeah, to share with you, my father-in-law is a shokunin, is a craftsman. He makes shinoyaki pottery in a small town in Gifu-ken. And so I don't think he never meets the customer because he sells to a wholesaler. So yeah, maybe he's never directly thanked either. but I think he's 83, and he still makes pottery every day
Mhm.
because he is a crafts person as well. Yeah. So yeah, finding a sense of purpose in work, and it gives you the freedom to express yourself, and it
Yeah.
seems really important to the Japanese idea of Ikigai. Yeah.
Mhm.
Mm.
Yeah. Also, of course, there is some Japanese people who really want to have contribute to others ikigai, but sometimes craftsmanship ikigai,
Mm.
like me.
I understand. Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, Japan has so many fascinating traditional crafts, but there's also, I guess,
Yeah.
modern craft that we see in products or hosting an event. So yeah, I understand. And even in a way, maybe my podcast is something I really enjoy doing.
Hmm.
I get to interview interesting people, but I have to, I have to find the guests and email them and prepare notes and arrange a time. And yeah, I guess most of my audience just listens, and sometimes I
Hmm.
get thank yous, but most of the time I don't. So I understand that kind of idea of craftsmanship, and I really enjoy the work in preparing my podcasts. Yeah.
In a such case, there is nothing to do with
Mm.
social position or high
No.
salary or something.
Yes.
So, yeah. So I think that's a typical type of Japanese ikigai style. So in Western world, sometimes the ikigai connect to the money or social position, something like that. So I think it's a kind of weird thing.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, what do you think of the Western interpretation? It's the Venn diagram with the doing something you love, you're good at, that the world needs, and that you
Mhm.
can be paid for. Um, yeah, do you think that's just a strange interpretation, or do you think it's wrong?
In general, how for ordinary Japanese people, it's kind of sounds like a little bit weird,
Hmm.
strange,
Mm.
because you know of course, some Japanese people, the ikigai is connected to the money or social position, but it's very small, I think.
Well, let's talk about AI and how you're using AI and how it is benefiting you. So, yeah, do you want to touch on that?
Okay, I have to prepare the Zen 2.0 conference every year, and for this event, we got 60 volunteer members, and each person is working for other companies, different companies. So it's very difficult to meet together at once. So we sometimes whole meeting online, but 60 people is that very it's difficult to gather 60 people at one time. So our problem is how to meet together in one
Yes.
time. So every year we have weekly meeting online, but some volunteer member claiming about there's too many meeting and it will take a long time. So we introduce AI meeting memo uh, robot.
Oh,
Uh,
okay.
so during the meeting on the Zoom, this AI will take a memo by text automatically.
Uh-huh.
So even if the volunteer member who cannot join the meeting, they can read a memo
I see.
generated by AI.
Aye, aye. Mm.
It's very effective.
Okay. So that's one
Yeah,
example.
one example.
Mm.
So by using generative AI, we can have much more free time, and how to use your free time. So we think I think I can use this free time for my ikigai.
Mm. All right. Well, let's touch on that because you do write that this increase in productivity
Yeah,
will bring enormous amounts of extra time to people, potentially putting workers into two categories. One is the Ikigai worker, a traditional Japanese concept of well-being and a
yeah,
factor of finding joy in life. And the other is the worker who has lived a life of work and has excess time on his or her hands. So yeah, with this idea of more time and extra time, you've obviously found it helpful. So let's talk about your Ikigai sources and the time you now have for them. Do you want to talk about your personal Ikigai?
yeah. My personal ikigai is to transform consciously of person. I mean, when I start the zazen, and zazen helped me a lot. So I want to help other people by doing Zen or mindfulness.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd like to bring these people to this world. I mean, the Zen world or mindfulness world as much as possible. So
Mm-hmm.
this is my ikigai. So that's the reason why I start Zen school, which is a innovation school based on Zen philosophy. Also start Zen 2.0. Both project is really my ikigai.
I see. And I also read that you do things like you have dialogue around bonfires at Zaimokuza Beach in
As I know that.
Kamakura.
Yes, yes.
Mhm. Yeah. And you have a sauna tent experience
Yes, yes.
at I guess, the base of Mount Fuji. And you also do regular yoga and meditation sessions with friends at Mount Fuji. And you also do something called terakoya.
Yes.
So we might talk about that. So it seems like, yeah, you do both virtual or online
Mm-hmm.
ikigai work, and then you have this offline work, which is maybe more about well-being and mindfulness
Yes, yes.
that you do with your colleagues. But yeah, terakoya, I did not know this word. So what is terakoya?
Yeah, Terakuya is closed school in one close member within a close member. And this Terakuya started maybe from Edo period in Japan. And each member will teach each members. So there is no teacher. So in our Zen 2.0 group, there are many coaching specialists or mindfulness specialists or Zen
Mhm.
specialists, something like that. So each member can be the teacher and teach other members.
So it's like a private mastermind
Yeah,
almost.
yeah,
Yeah. But it was back in the Edo period, it was like a form of education, like
yeah,
private schooling.
yeah.
And then now I guess it has this modern application.
Yes, yes.
So yeah, this is interesting. So I've interviewed someone specifically about leisure time on my podcast several times. His name is Dr. Shintaro Kono. He's a leisure researcher. So I think leisure is a very strong source of ikigai.
Mm-hmm.
And you believe that with AI, we'll have this increase in leisure time and that can improve well-being. But in a country like Japan, where many people work and maybe their work is their ikigai
Yes,
and they don't know what to do with their free time, if there is an increase in free time, Do you think they might struggle with this free time and if they don't have an
Yes.
ikigai outside of work?
Yeah, definitely. I think I'm worrying about if the free time goes up, many people feel like how can I say, not not well-being because they don't know how to do their leisure time. That's the reason why we have to find our ikigai. So in Zen school, we are helping how to find each person's ikigai in our school. Yes.
I see. And do you think a person can have like several ikigai sources or many? So I think Ken Moggy spoke at your event, and his book is about ikigai, the little book of ikigai, and he describes ikigai as a spectrum. Like
Yeah.
it can be many small things. But I've also read other Japanese authors. There was an author called Tsukasa Kobayashi,
Mhm.
and he said ikigai is jiko jitsugen, like ikigai is only self-actualization. So there are many different opinions, even in Japan, about ikigai. But I think if we have more sources of ikigai, that's probably more beneficial. Do you think?
Yeah, I think my idea is close to Ken Mogi. I think that ikigai is many spectrums, many small things. But I think one should have very big ikigai and other small ikigais too.
Ikigai. I
So
see. Yeah.
I'm helping make a big ikigai for the people. Yeah.
Yeah, I understand. I think that's important too. And maybe with the big ikigai, we have that strong sense of purpose and creative expression as well. And that might also involve helping other people.
Yes.
Yes. So you have embraced AI. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're very positive about AI, and many people are worried about AI. And they might worry AI might take away their ikigai source. For example, if you're a writer
Mhm.
and you love writing and you write for other people, maybe Chat GPT is taking away someone's
Well,
work or writing. So do you think AI might take away someone's ikigai source?
well, I think if you are a writer, why don't you use ChatGPT for writing? So you
You
can,
can do more writing.
if you can write one book in 1 year, but by using ChatGPT, maybe you can write 3 or 5 books in 1 year.
Mm. Okay. But do you think the Chat GPT takes away from the craftsman or craftspersonship
Mhm.
of writing? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think because if you read the writing by generated by ChatGPT, you can learn many things
Ah.
from this article. And in my case, I used Heigen, which is automatic translation AI.
Ah. Mm-hmm.
I'm not a fluent English speaker, but I upload my video in Japanese, and it's really translate my English very clear and very correctly. Then
Ah.
I watch my video and I learned how to speak in English correctly.
Okay. I see. Yeah. You sent me a video
Yeah,
of you speaking English,
it's very
and
effective how to
yeah,
learn
it looks.
English or other languages.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Okay, that's one tool. So is that Hagen, the
Heigen.
tool?
Yeah, Heigen. Yeah.
Hagen. Okay. All right. We'll have a link to that from the show notes. Okay, so AI can be a great learning tool, And there are many tools now, not just Chat GPT.
Yeah.
And so with this idea of AI leading to this explosion in work productivity, and this increases leisure time, and this gives us this opportunity to explore and maybe find more ikigai. You've actually come up with a model or a framework,
Mhm.
and you propose the concept of the golden circle of AI and ikigai. The golden circle of AI and ikigai. So would you like to explain what that is?
Yeah, as I mentioned, if you use generative AI, our productivity goes up very dramatically. And you have much more leisure time. Then how to use your leisure time? You focusing on your ikigai like me. In my case, I held international conference every year. I use generative AI to my Zen 2 Point project. And also, so that your ikigai project will be very efficiently and very impact for the society too. So I feel much more satisfaction with my ikigai project.
I see.
And your
Yes.
life will be much richer.
Richer. More
So
fulfilling.
yeah, this is a golden circle of AI and ikigai.
Yes, and you've created a graphic, so if it's okay, we'll put that on the website. So yeah, this makes sense because time is the only one resource we're constantly losing. We
Yes.
cannot really. We have limited time. It's very hard to create new time, but as you're sharing with us, AI gives us this opportunity to
Also,
use our time more
also
productively.
I have many opportunity because I wrote my blog in Japanese, but translate this by using DeepL is a
Oh yes.
translation AI. So I wrote my blog in English by using generative AI. So that's the reason why you contact me.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So it worked. Yeah. So it was very well written. The the articles were very well written. I actually used DeepL too to translate from English to Japanese. So yeah, these are in a way they're just tools, very intelligent tools,
That's a tool. Yeah.
and but they're incredibly powerful. And I mean, I'm thinking a tool like Hagen, when it's improved, you or I or now Cole, we could make a course on something, a
Yeah.
course on Ikigai,
Yes.
and then that could be translated into 20 languages.
Yeah. I'm trying to make a shorter video of my school by using Heijen.
Okay. Yeah. So you can reach more people in different languages,
Yes. Yes.
and that's a big step. That's a significant
Yeah.
step on reach and connection. And what's interesting is it looks like you're speaking that
Yes.
language because the video morphs your mouth and sounds very natural too.
Yeah. They really try to simulate my voice and mouth movement.
Yeah, yeah. So I was very shocked when I saw
Yeah.
you speaking English fluently. So yeah.
So you can speak it in Japanese very fluently by using Heijen.
Okay, I'll try it. So, so are there any other tools that you could recommend our listeners? So we've got ChatGPT, Hagen, DeepL, Midjourney.
Yeah, Midjourney is a special generative AI focusing on creating the picture. So in my blog, there are many some images about my article. So I create these pictures by using Midjourney.
I see.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I haven't used Midjourney, so maybe I will try it. I occasionally use Chat GPT, but I want to use Chat GPT as an education, like almost like a tutor, so it should educate me. But I was using DeepL for a long time. I've been using that for a few years. So that's a very powerful translation tool.
And I also believe this AI is focusing on creating video. Even if I wrote my blog, there is not such an impact. And I copied my blog text and paste to this special generative AI Blue. This AI will convert my blog into the video.
Oh, wow. All right. We'll put that in the show notes.
Yeah. So I create this. I create many videos by using this AI, and the reaction is a huge.
Oh, the reaction.
Yeah,
Oh,
reaction
okay.
to the on the LinkedIn.
Mm-hmm.
Many people liked my video because this video is in English.
So yeah, this is interesting. Not only is it making you more productive, but it's expanding your reach
Yeah.
to a larger audience. So that's amazing opportunity. If you're a coach or educator, we can reach more people. So that's end. Kouji, how can people find you? Do you have a website? And I know you have a profile and presence on LinkedIn.
Yeah, I have a profile in LinkedIn. I also have my company's website, Zen School. I also have a Zen 2.0 conference, Zen 2.0 website too.
Okay. And so the next conference will be next year?
Next year. Yeah.
So, all right. Well, I'll be, hopefully I'll attend in person next year.
Of course. Please come to Japan, Kamakura.
Thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you very much for inviting me this wonderful opportunity. Thank you.
My pleasure. Thank you for listening to this episode of the Ikigai Podcast. To learn more about Ikigai or to become a certified Ikigai Tribe coach, visit ikigaitribe.com.